Good day and welcome everyone to this webinar. I would like to say welcome to everyone who made our time to be here today. And like we always do on our webinars, we give ourselves updated information as to the platform that we're into. And the main reason for the Zoom, like I always say, is for the education of what we do, because education in anything that anybody is into or going into cannot be overemphasized. That's why I take my time to patiently teach. All right. Most of you who have been with me, you will get to understand that I don't rush. I patiently teach people whatever I do so that they get to understand it, because by the time you understand it, you can be able to duplicate or replicate the same thing in yourself and in other people who are around you. So that's why the Zoom is very important, because this is where we get to give out recent informations about the system and instructions, or take questions supporting ourselves for growth. All right. Now tonight we are going to be talking about the very important aspect of our team, which is our strategy. On my screen right now, you will see that we have a new logo, which a lot of you are not aware of, which is something very new. I'm going to come into that later on in the Zoom. This is a new logo which a lot of people are not aware of. So this is actually something new. All right. In the previous meetings, I did explain to us about the current happenings in the system, the Forsage system. All right. And right now, the creators have decided to distance themselves from the term Forsage. In other words, giving us a new brand name. Okay, please, can we stay muted? Please mute your mics. I appreciate, so that we don't get to disturb ourselves with noise from our end. Okay, thank you. So, like I said, that we have actually grown into a new community with a new name. Okay, because our platform is becoming a global cryptocurrency ecosystem. In other words, what we are going into is more than networking, is more than the matrix. I did explain to us that Forsage is what I call the complete and ultimate multiple streams of income. And that is termed around what you are seeing on my screen right now. It is called the force. Okay, the force is the main uh, name of the ecosystem, of which the matrix, the Forsage matrix, is under the force. The force, like I showed us, will have different aspects. We will have the NFT. We have our own NFT platform. We'll have a traders club, okay, for traders, people who are interested in trading. We'll have an academy where important aspect of cryptocurrency will be taught in details to those who care to learn about it in details. And also, we're also going to be having um, we're also going to be having for the first time, our own coin in the community. Okay, we're going to be having our own coin in the community. So all these are wrapped around the force. All these are wrapped around the force. So the force is the modern name of all these things I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, so I said that the force is the modern name of whatever we are going to be doing as time goes on in the near future. But this is just one aspect. So what I wanted to talk about this night is actually the strategy that we use in our team. All right, there are other updates which I'm going to talk about later on this call, but very importantly, the strategy. Very, very important. Now, it's in life, everybody wants to be successful, but not everybody has the fundamental tools for success. Success is actually a word that begins with the word S, but incidentally, there are three important ingredients for success. Okay, and these ingredients all have the word S. I will explain it to us. The first word, okay, because I said there are three of them, and I will explain each of them. Okay, the first one is a system. If you want to be successful in life, you need a system. You need a system. The second one is you need a strategy. A strategy. And I'll explain. Okay. The strategy is actually the aspect I want to really go in depth tonight. Then the third one is the support. So now let's start from the first one called the system. Now, like I said, if you want to be successful, you need a system. It is actually in two ways. You either create a system or partner with a system. I'll say that again. You create a system or you partner with a system. The 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 likes of people who have been very successful all over the world are people who have changed people's lives. In other words, the real successful people in the world are people who don't just think about themselves, but they think about people. In other words, they develop systems, they develop platforms, they develop projects that helps to improve the lives of people in different aspects of the world. And I'll give us some examples which we are already aware of. But the main striking thing is that for you to be successful, you have to look away from yourself. You have to look at people, because people is where the success lies. But a lot of people all over the world have looked at it from the very wrong aspect by thinking and looking at themselves first. In other words, having to think about me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I has landed many people into jeopardy, poverty. But if you look at the people in the world who are successful, in real lasting success, there are people who cared for people. They cared for the global system, the global community. A lot of people, massive, have benefited from their coming to this world. In the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, who created Facebook. And Facebook is that system that has networked people all over the world. Can you see now? That's one of the reasons why Mark Zuckerberg can never be poor, because he has created a system that has helped people all over the world to attain to a certain level in their lives, both emotionally. There are people who met on Facebook and then they got married. There are people who, because of the met on Facebook, they have become financial business partners for many years. A lot of things has happened on Facebook that would have never happened if Facebook was not in existence. But who made it happen? Mark Zuckerberg. And because of this idea of connecting people all over the world, he has never known financial instability. And that's one of the ways that people have not yet looked at yet. If we look at another example of Bill Gates was the founder and developer of Microsoft. Today, there is no home all over the world that don't have a computer. And if you have a computer, there's a high chance that Microsoft is what is powering that computer. Microsoft. And this is a software that is installed on almost all systems in the world. And the developer, Bill Gates, can never be poor because he has answered a question that people are in need of all over the world. This is what we're talking about. When you build a system that helps people, you can never, ever be poor. You see, and if you want to talk about more people like the likes of Steve Jobs, there are many of them who have been creators of something. Like we heard of Thomas Edison, the one who invented the light, the bulb. Up to today, we remember his name because of what he did. So, like I told you, for you to be successful in life, you need a system. And it's in two ways. It's either you create a system or you partner with a system. The names of the people I just mentioned are people who created a system. Now, in our case, we might not be able to create a system. Even though we are able to create a system, it might take a very long time for a lot of people to begin to know what we created and begin to come into it to partner with us. So we might not be able to create a system in our case, but in our case, what do? We partner with a system. And the force is that system that we partner with. I hope you're following me. The force is that system that we partner with. Why? Because somebody has created the system. You see, and you either create a system or you partner with a system. But somebody has built a system. So we partner with that system. And if you partner with this system with the mindset and with the idea of changing people's lives, ladies and gentlemen, you will never be poor. It works in both of them. It's either you create one or you partner with one. Even though you are partnering with one, if you do it in a way of helping people, making people stand financially, you can never be poor. So that's the mindset I want you to have when you are doing this kind of platform called the Force. It's very, very important. Very important. Because this mindset will help you change your life forever. It will help you change your life. Because the law of nature is what you're operating with. By the time you help other people to stand, you see, because there is no success without a successor. there is none. The branch cannot stand on its own. It needs the stem. So there is no how that the branch is being applauded, that the stem is not also applauded as well. So if you help other people to stand financially, there is no how that nature will not ensure that you are standing too financially. That's the principle of life. Anyway, I'm talking about what's the system. So now the next thing is the strategy. There are different kinds of strategy, but let me not talk about that because that's the aspect I want to go into tonight, okay? Now, the aspect, the other one is called the support. Now, the support is another important aspect for success. The support is the leadership of a particular system. If you are in a platform, if you are in a team, the support system is the leaders. Okay, if you are in a team and you don't have people who can support you, who can mentor you, who can guide you on your road to success, you might never be successful. It is very important. That's why in most platforms, one of the things that cripple the system at the end of the day is bad leadership. Bad leadership. But when you have a system, when you have a platform, okay, a project that good leaders are always readily available, there is no how that you cannot be successful. I hope you're listening. So the Force is that platform that you already into that has good leaders, okay, that will always support you. So therefore, your success in this platform cannot be hindered. Your success in this platform cannot be hindered. So now let me go back to the second one I spoke about, which is what? The strategy. The strategy is very important. If you are in a platform and you don't work with a strategy, your business might be going fine, but it will be in a scattered way. You are not structured. You see, people don't know what to stand for. You are just building, and a house that is built without a layout will come crashing down someday. This is the reason why a lot of businesses, even though the house, which is what they are doing, is looking magnificent, people are making money, people are actually cashing out, but at the end of the day, at some point, it gets stuck because there is no strategy for doing things. There are two aspects of this as well. The strategy in building, in networking, there are two aspects. And in our previous Zoom, I've actually spoken about this several times, and I've shown us examples of people with these two strategies. If time permits, I might show us again on this Zoom. But I want you to understand this, that there is two ways of building in networking. The first way is called building wide, okay? And then the second one is called building deep. I want to make you understand this because this is what our team is doing. Building wide or building deep. That is what people do. Now, in building wide, what people do is this. They get into a platform and they begin to recruit. And when they recruit, there is no structured way of how people are placed. In other words, if I come into a platform, anybody I bring goes directly under me. It doesn't matter what happens. You see, If I am able to bring in 100 people, the 100 people goes directly under me. If I am able to bring 1,000 people, the 1,000 people goes directly under me. You see, and that is what I've been practicing for many years in networking. You see, but we have seen that it's not working. It doesn't work because if I'm able to bring in people, okay, there is not everybody that might be at the same space. Not everybody that might be at the same ability to grow its own structure. So what is the plan? What plan do I have to ensure that the people I brought to follow me are also growing? Instead of me bringing people to into my structure over and over and over again without caring for the initial people I brought in. That's exactly what people do. By the time they discover that you are not growing, they abandon you to your fate. But that's the reason why we need a strategy that can ensure that everybody in the team is connected together. You see, and that is what I call building deep. I'm going to give us more insight and explanations on the Zoom, okay? But building wide, when you do that, you are only caring about yourself. You don't care about other people. You don't care about the people you spoke to, you called, you suffered to bring them in. And when they came in, probably you made money from them or you didn't make money from them, but you now abandon them. Why? Because you are working on other people, which is 100% wrong if you ask me. You are meant to ensure, to nurture that one that you brought into the platform, to ensure that that one grows and becomes stable like you. That's the right way to build. And when you do that and you ensure that people on the team are doing the same thing, I guarantee you are not just building a networking platform, you are building a community that will last for years. And that's exactly what Mark Zuckerberg is doing. He built a community that is lasting for years, and that's why he can never be poor. So if you build a community with a certain way of building in networking, there is no way that you can ever be poor. So it's very important. It's very important that you understand this. It's very important that you understand this. You can never be poor if you have this mindset of what I'm sharing with you tonight. So the second aspect of the building is called building deep. Building deep. Okay. And when you build deep, you are not just concerned about yourself, you're concerned about people. Okay. People becomes your focus. You understand? It's not like what we used to know before. And when you build wide, the money goes to the top of the system. People who is at the top gets to make most money. You see, but in a strategy whereby people are building deep, it is not the people at the top that makes most money. Most money is within the community members. It is shared within the community members. In other words, that kind of strategy follows the principle of nature. You see, because before the nutrients flows to the top, it must pass through the stem, and the stem is what holds the branches. You see, so if money is flowing to the top, it has to pass through the members first, and that's what building deep does. Building deep ensures that before money gets to the top in a platform or in a system or within a team, it goes to the members of that team first. And if the members are happy in a team, there is no way that the team will not grow. There is no way the team will not expand. There is no way that the team will not explode. So this is a new way of building. This is a new type of strategy that we'll share with you. And that's why I'm going to be sharing with you about the strategy we are going to be using in our team or we work with in our team. But to do that, I would like to share my screen with you to show you that like I've said before, and I'm saying again that the strategy we use in our team, we are not the one who started it. Okay, a lot of people are using it all over the world, and they are already testing it, and it's working. And because of that, I've seen that those people's teams are continually excelling and growing. We need to step out of that aspect of networking whereby we are thinking about ourselves, me, myself, and I. If you think of me, myself, and I, you will make results. You will have results, but the results will not be lasting results. And I'm sure that what you want is lasting results. I'll show you a deeper explanation right now on the Zoom. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, and give you that explanation in a higher and a deeper note. Okay. Let's mute ourselves, please. Stay muted. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen right away. Share my screen. Okay, good. Yep. Can we see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to go back to Telegram. So just to make you understand that we are not the people who started this, okay? So this is the first channel, the official first channel, and this is a post on the first channel. So I'm going to be rotating my screen so you can also do yours, okay? So this is the first channel, and this is a post that was made on the 12th of October, okay, last year. So I'm going to be analyzing this post to make you understand more what we do on our team. Okay, so these are the comparison of two working strategies, okay, in the platform. So that's the first strategy is the activation of starting levels and constant attraction, a lot of new partners. And then the second one is activating higher levels, building coordinated teamwork. So let's look at it in details. Now look at the first strategy. The first strategy, you activate the first levels and constantly invite new partners. For this activity, you get $5 to $10 after each fills the slot. So that means that after you open the slots, it might not just be $5 to $10. It might be higher amount of money depending on how many slots you open. So you get on the platform, you activate the slot, then you begin to invite people to come in without no structure. That's the first strategy, okay? So now let's look at the second strategy. The second strategy, you build your own team and gradually move from the initial level to higher ones for getting more results. Do you see that? In the first strategy, what happens is that for you to go to higher levels, you need to pull out money from your pocket to go to higher levels. But on a second strategy, it is the income you generate that helps you go to higher levels. That is the second strategy with coordinated teamwork. So that's the reason why you must understand the difference between the two strategies. But we're going deeper into it, okay? And if time permits, I'll take us to our other platform and show us an example. Okay, so let's continue. Now look at this. Now, analytical data shows that attracting new clients costs 5 to 25 times more expensive than maintaining the existing ones. In other words, it is a little difficult to bring new people than to maintain the existing ones. So what do you need to do to existing people is to have a strategy that makes their placement coordinated. You see, because if you make your strategy to be one-man business, you will be the one doing all the work. You see, and at the end of the day, the platform or your strategy or your team will get stuck. But if there is a coordinated teamwork with the existing partners and they are seeing results, most likely your work as a leader will reduce because the team will be working. Let's continue. Now look at this. The more regular customers you have, the less you spend to attract new ones. That is emphatically correct. You see, but because as long as the people that you have on a team, they are producing results, it will not be difficult for you to bring in more people because you can take the testimony, you can take the result of your existing member to show to people. You see, and that in itself will be speaking for you. So it is more easier to maintain your partners than even to attract new ones, even though you need to also attract new partners. But it is more difficult to do that. You see, so let's continue. Now look at this. When you build a team, the situation is similar. Okay, like the same way of customers. Okay, when you build a team, the situation is similar. Upgrades to higher levels plus your team activate of higher levels doubles the result of your work in Forsage marketing. This is emphatically true. Do you understand? It doubles your work. So that's the result you have will be doubled. As long as the team is growing and people are moving the way they're supposed to move, the result will be doubled. I will show us that. Let's proceed. Now, for example, look at this. For example, David, are we seeing my screen?
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you. For example, look at this. David decides to focus only on the first two slots in Forsage, X3 and X4. He doesn't think about building a team. The main task is filling the slots and inviting new partners for new cycles. He doesn't think about building a team. All he wants is to be earning based on the number of slots he has opened. So he keeps inviting people. If he has 10, he puts the 10 under him. If he has 20, if he has 100, all of them goes directly under him. That is the first strategy. Don't forget, that's for David. Okay, but let's continue. Now look at this one. Now John chooses a different strategy. Look at that now. Now, what is the strategy that John is working with? Having also activates the first two slots in Forsage, X3 and X4, he pays great attention to building a team and establishing communication between the partners. You see, but the first guy, the partners that he brings, they don't even know themselves. He's just having partners. But the second guy, even though he brings the partners, he establishes communication between them. In other words, he structures the way they are placed. So this one knows his upline, this one knows his downlines. So communication is established. Let's see the results. Now, as John's teams grow up and get results in starting levels, they together activate higher slots and double the results with each activation. Okay, that's for John. In other words, as the team, in other words, because of the communication that John has established within the team members, all right, they are all moving together. Okay, this by the time this one, the upline goes to the next higher slot, then the downline goes to the next higher slot, following the next downline, and everybody does the same thing. That is building deep. And that's exactly what we do on our team. That's what you're seeing on the screen. It is already recommended by Forsage. Why? Because the previous way of doing things in other networking platforms is what people are trying to bring into Forsage. It will not work. Strategy matters in business. So let's continue. All right. So look at this. Now, the first strategy, that's the David strategy, the first one. The first strategy is also good, but it is more effective at the starting levels of work in decentralized marketing. You see, when you want to build wide, it is only lucrative when we are just launching, when we are just starting. You see, that is the only time. It's just like the Bible says that the prosperity is just for a time. You see, but what you want is not something that will just be for now. You want something that will last, something that will stay here for months, for years. That's exactly what you want. So it's very important that you take this into cognizance note, that the first strategy is good, but it is only applicable to when there is starting. Please, let's mute ourselves, okay? Please stay muted. The first strategy is good, but it is more effective. It's just like when people, just like a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme. It is people that get to enter first that get to make most money. But it's not so with Forsage. You see, Forsage is team building, teamwork, and I keep emphasizing it. It is not people who enter first that get to make all the money. So the first strategy is good. You will make money. I will show that to you, okay? I'll have to show that to you practically. Now look at this. If you plan to work in Forsage for many years, then you have to use the second strategy for getting best results. Woo! Man, this just writes it home. What result do you want? Do you want the result for now, or you want the result that will be lasting? There are people who jump from one platform to another because they are using the first strategy, because the success or the result they have is just for a time. And once that success stops coming, once that result is no longer seen, they move to another platform. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a way to build. And your success in any platform will not just be for the time, it will be for years and years to come. We're sharing this with you because it works. It works, ladies and gentlemen, it works. Okay, so that is just the explanation I wanted to show you. So let me show you something practical, okay, on the Forsage website, so you can see what we're talking about. Okay, let me show you that. Let me go back to let me go to the browser. I can show that to you. The BUSD platform. Now, I've shown this several times, okay, on Zoom. I've shown it several times, but just wanted to show you the way the building is structured. But so take a look at this account, ID 211. Okay, you can see that this is an ID. Okay, look at this ID very well. This ID has made over $30,000. Okay, I mean, that is good money. Like I told you, I said you are going to make money. All right, but look at this. He made $30,000 with 170 people. Are you seeing this? With 6,465 people on his team. This is very remarkable, because when I show you the other accounts, okay, you get to understand more. Now, this is the person that is using the first strategy we're talking about. In other words, when he opens slot, he gets people to join. He gets people to join. He gets people to join. 170 partners directly under him. This is building wide. Okay, but when we talk about building deep, you don't even need much partners. You don't need much partners, and you get to even make more than people who have a lot of downlines. Let me show that to you, okay, because of our time. Let me show that to you. So I'm going to go back to ID 3445. Okay, so now look at this ID very well. ID 3445 has made $36,000. Can you see that? With just 4 partners and less team members. Now, are you seeing something? Is this making sense to you? With 4 partners, somebody made more than somebody who had 170 partners under him. Is that possible? Emphatically, yes. Emphatically, yes. Now, these 2 guys are using 2 different strategies. 2 different strategies. Now, I want you to look at something as well, because this is another selling point of Forsage, because some people say that people that enter first are people that make all the money. Now, we just saw ID 211. Am I correct? ID 211, and we saw how much he made. Now, this is ID 3445. Now, ID 211 came into the system before ID 3445. That means that ID 3445 is a higher ID that came in after 211, and he has made more earnings than 211. But in a normal platform, like a pyramid scheme, you cannot make money more than people who entered before you. So this is one of the unique selling points of Forsage. Okay? Keep that in mind. So I want you to understand this, that what you do when you build deep is that you make even more money when you build deep. You can see with less partners, but the other guy had more partners and he made less money. If this is looking somehow to you, let me go to another ID so you can see something here. ID 2056. So let's check this out. So you can see that. Now this is amazing. Can you see this? This is just 3 partners here and has made what? $56,000. This is mind-blowing, ladies and gentlemen. This is not magic. It is a coordinated teamwork that produced this. Look at the number of team members. But the other guy had 6,000 people as his team members. 6,000 people, and he made $30,000. But somebody who has lesser made more. So that means, keep this in mind, that means that when you build wide, you make less with more people. When you build deep, you make more with less people. Did you catch that? I'll say that again. When you build wide, you make less with more people. When you build deep, you make more with less people. So which one do you want? Do you want to make less with more people, or you want to make more with less people? The choice is yours. But we are on a team whereby we are going to maximize the strategy of building deep to make more with less people. We don't need much people. What we need on our team is just 3 partners. 3 partners. I'm saying that again, 3 partners. If you have 3 partners and everybody on the team has 3 partners each, and we're all building deep together. And one unique thing about our team is that we only work with just a one-time payment. After your initial payment, money is never going to come out of your pocket again. Never. This is the beauty of it. With just one-time payment, and you can generate any amount of money as long as your team is growing. This is amazing. So this is what I wanted to talk about tonight, the strategy. The strategy that we use on our team is called the power of 3. And the power of 3 gets you to come in with a minimum of 3 slots in the Forsage Classic program. 3 slots, okay? And then you're getting 3 partners to do the same. That's all. That is all. And according to our strategy, when you bring more people, after your 3 partners is complete, you help your downlines to get the rest. In other words, you are helping somebody to make money. You're helping somebody to have results. And in the same way, you are also helping yourself. That is the right way to build. That's the right way to build, because with that, you will make more with less people. But a lot of people are selfish. They want to make all the money, but they don't know that they are making less with more people. So I'm showing you a new strategy tonight. What are you going to do? With the first pre-launch is going to happen in the next few days. I can show that to you. I think I've been able to access the website. Meta, they have metaforce.space. So you can see the website here. The Force is going to be launching very soon. Okay, so the website is getting prepared, and they're going to be launching very soon. So this is the website. Well, if it's not going to be the official website, we'll be told based on instructions when we get there. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now just to take any question. Just anybody have a question? I'm just going to give it time for that. So any questions? Any questions? Yeah, thank you. I like that. Somebody said I want a lasting system. Exactly. That's what we're bringing to you. Exactly. I like that. So no questions, right? Okay, good. So for those of us who have been able to get on the bot, okay, I'm sure that you have filled your details and you should have gotten a confirmation message. Okay. Now, for those of us who are not yet on the platform, what we need to do is to get the wallet set up with just $35 BUSD, funding with $35 BUSD, and then $5 of smart chain. That is what we need for the pre-launch. Now, after the pre-launch is done, the main launch was going to take place, and it's going to be ×2 of the amount of the pre-launch. So you don't want to wait till then. You want to take advantage of the pre-launch to ensure that you are in the system before the time. All right. So there is actually a way for those of us who have actually filled the bot. You want to ensure that you confirm your details is completely and it is accepted. It's very important. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen right now to show us that. Okay. So you can actually get on on Telegram. So keep in mind, this is the channel that we're working with, the Force channel. Just like what you saw on my screen, Metaforce, the platform has upgraded the name from Forsage to Force, which is what we are going to be working with. All right, so keep that in mind. And then if you're not on the official Telegram group, please send me a message. We have our Telegram group, and also we have the official Telegram group. This is our Telegram group. If you are not here, please let me know so you can be added as soon as possible. So I said I wanted to get to the bot. Okay, so this is the bot. So for you to get to be sure if your account is successfully accepted. So what I want to do is I'm going to click on this one. I'm sorry. I'm going to click on this one here. That's sorry, forgive my arrow. The Forsage member profile status. Okay, so if you have your Telegram, please go and click on that after you see what I'm doing on my screen right now, so you can confirm if your details are there. So I'm going to click on that right away. So so if I click on that, so it shows me this. Okay, so you can see that this is the stage 1. You can see my ID, the levels, the hash code. Okay, then there's the stage 2. Okay, that the levels are indicated, the blockchain, then my wallet address as well, and then also my wallet address again. So you can see that step 3 is showing not filled because it is in progress. So very soon we are going to start the step 3 of the bot. So you want to ensure that this information is well entered on the bot. So if any of this information is not correct that you checked, you have the opportunity to click on this one again to fill it again, or click on this one again to fill it correctly the second time. All right. In the near future, in the next few days, the step 3 will be announced, and I will take us through that process. There is also going to be a video that I will also record to show us how it's done. So get ready. This is not a time, like I said, this is not a time for you to be offline. It's a time for you to be awake. For those of us who have not done the second step, please do that as soon as possible. The step 3 is going to happen very soon. This is where you are going to be indicating who your upline will be. All right, it's very important. So I believe I have given you that new update. So let me go back. Okay, so this is the screen that everybody's going to see. So please make sure that your information is well entered because of technical issues, and you don't want to be experiencing technical issues during the pre-launch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to stop sharing my screen here. So any questions at this point? Any questions? Please feel free to ask questions. We're here to help. We're here to take questions. Don't forget, I said that one of the ingredients for success is support. So we're here to support you. We're here to help you. Okay, make you successful. But don't forget, we have a system that works, an operational system. Okay, which is the Force platform. We have a structured strategy, which is the power of 3 that we're working with, and we have a support system, which we have leaders who are going to be willing to help you. If you have these 3 things, ladies and gentlemen, the success is inevitable. Success is sure. Success is sure. So this is what we need, and we have it. We have the knowledge, we have the technical abilities, we have the people to work with us. Definitely. What you are seeing on Zoom right now is not everyone. We have more people who are going to be coming in as time goes on to be a part of our team, because of people want to be a part of something that works. And what we're doing works. And what we're doing doesn't just work, it is a lasting system. Okay, so I want to thank everybody for being on the call today. I truly appreciate, and don't forget to get the recording of this Zoom. If you enjoyed it, get the recording, send it to people so that they can also participate in what we have been learning on our Zoom calls. And also, there are more information that we posted with this video on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like our video, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not done so. It's very important, so you can get updates of the videos and important updates we are going to be posting on our YouTube channel in the near future. It's very important. So we are going to be here the same time on Thursday on a Zoom with more information for you. Okay, make sure you are here, and we are going to be growing together. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next Zoom.